Kiki, thank you so much for being our next guest on the Daily Show for Roland-Garros. This is edition that I was so looking forward to because obviously we are such a great friends and I've admired you for so many years already. So thank you for finding the time to chat with us.
Thank you, Daniela, and thanks for having me. And I'm gonna blush now from the first minute you said that. No, you were a true inspiration during your career, and we played a couple of times and we remained good friends, and I'm happy to have you on the other side now.
Now I'm blushing. So, thank you so much for saying that. Now my first question is, out of all the players in the world, you are probably the one being the closest to the site, right? How does it feel being that close yet that far away? Is it tough, I assume?
It's definitely heartbreaking, you know, not to feel the magic of Roland-Garros happening, and especially as you know, it's my favorite swing, the clay court season with the tournaments leading up to the Grand Slam, which are Madrid, Rome, and obviously my favorite is very special to play here, and you know, to have the stadiums empty and all this empty atmosphere feels very weird.
I was gonna ask you about it. It's very obvious that this is your most favorite time of the year. Did it come easy though, or was it tough at the beginning, knowing you play at home in front of your crowd, in front of all your family and friends? Was it always motivational, or at the beginning maybe you also felt like it was a little bit too much pressure?
It's really something I can't describe, because I think throughout the years I've been working on it and learning about myself, and I think from the very start I had a great experience from winning the juniors Roland-Garros, and I remember playing especially the final on Suzanne Lenglen. So you know how it is when you get this experience quite young. It helps you for the career, and but I have to be honest, every year is challenging because you want to do great, you want to do better, and it's something special for each player to have a tournament at home. And for me, for us French players, it's a Grand Slam, so it's not a small tournament, and it's lots of pressure, but it's also a great motivation. And what I can say is that I was lucky and privileged enough to be liking it and to be, you know, like enjoying this kind of stress and adrenaline. And yeah, so far I felt most of the time comfortable on the court, which I think it's the most important when you want to show your best tennis.
What is it that you enjoy the most when you get to play in front of your home crowd and be at home? Is it the fact that you can actually go back and stay and sleep in your own bed, or have your food prepared exactly the way? What are the best benefits of that? Because as you said, not too many players can say that their home favorite tournament is also the Grand Slam.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's very it's something you have to get used to, because you know, you know it the best, right? We travel the world, we have our routines, the hotels, the restaurant, and this time you get to stay at home, which is absolutely amazing. And the site as well, I used to practice there since I'm very young, so you kind of have to switch that mindset that okay, right now it's not anymore the home life routine, you are like in a Grand Slam mode. So when you arrive home, it's chill, it's relaxed, which is a huge advantage, because I'm staying at my place, and the funny thing is that it's really near the court. So sometimes I would be chilling in front of my TV watching matches, and I would hear the crowd like clapping a second or two before the TV. And no, it's very nice, I have to say, because you know, you get to do your own schedule, come back and rest in your own place, and also to play in front of your friends, family doesn't happen any other time in the year, and you get to do it on one of the biggest stage of the tennis circuit. So it's something that is very special and very powerful for sure.
Kiki, going back to this situation we are in now, what is the thing that you found out about yourself that you didn't know, the skill that, you know, you're like, oh, I'm actually good at this, or I'm actually enjoying it?
I pushed myself to be in the kitchen because I never cooked in my life. So because of traveling, and I mean, you know how it is, we only go to restaurants and rarely home. So I never cooked, and that was the occasion to start. And in the family, everyone is cooking really good. So at the beginning, I was starting like just, you know, helping them, and you know how you say in English, I was their commie, like I was doing everything and learning. And then one day came up the challenge that I had to prepare one dinner, and I went for the most difficult thing, which was scallops and rice and some other things. Obviously the most difficult is to know how to cook enough the scallops, but it was great. I did well, and I'm improving. So cooking was the biggest part of, unfortunately, this quarantine, since we were really inside for a long time.
The last question I got for you: what is the thing you've missed the most, not being able to play, obviously, and being away from the tour?
It's this adrenaline of great matches. As we said, especially right now as we speak, is great events. Is always a period I'm looking forward to. Madrid, Rome, French Open, and you know, just that feeling of tough, close matches on the clay, and yeah, the competitions, the tournaments, the adrenaline, the wins, the losses, the struggle, just the process. And I think, yeah, when we are competitors, this is what we miss the most. And all this, you know, preparation and your passion, your job, like working for a goal and going out there and trying to achieve those. Yeah, it's missing. And I think that the biggest part is this whole, you know, package with the crowd and the emotions. And I think there's nothing like in sport. Like you can't feel that unless you're doing sport at this stage. It's the biggest stage, and it's time that it starts again, hopefully soon. I really hope.
Yeah, I think everyone is ready to go back and watch and play the sport we love so much. On the final note, is there a message you would love to share, maybe with younger players or people in general that maybe find it more challenging to, you know, be physically active? Because, like we said, it's our DNA. So maybe for us, it's easier, but also it's been challenged. But how to, you know, so how they can keep going and find the motivation, though they don't know when everything's going to come back.
The message I would give is that in any kind of circumstances or times, you can look for progress, to learn something new, to develop something. Like, it will always be useful. It will always pay off. It's not because, I don't know, let's say we don't play till September, that you have to stay like 2-3 weeks, months, like 2 months, like non-motivated and do nothing. And then when you know again, you work hard. For me, it would be more like, of course not crazy, but like often, like it's a process, like to take it as a process and say it's a long period where we can still keep learning and working. Of course not to get sick of it and tired before it even starts again. But yeah, it's sad for me to see that people are struggling and saying like they don't have motivation, because, well, at the end of the day, if we can still go out there and practice and hit some balls, I think there's way to stay happy, stay motivated, and try to be better. And I'm sure it will pay off once we play again. It will be useful for sure.
Kiki, thank you so much for this wonderful message and for finding the time to be with us on the daily show for Roland-Garros.
Thank you, Daniela. Thanks for having me. It was nice talking to you. And I hope I see you soon at Roland-Garros in September, hopefully.
I hope so too. Ciao.
Ciao, bye.